We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
You decide when you lose, not other people.
And Blabs.
I like pickles.
And co-hosted by our friends from around the internet. If you like common sense, hit that thumbs up button and, of course, the subscribe button. And join us Monday through Friday live at 11 a.m. Central Time. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on God's green earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SideScrollersPodcast.com. What is going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. I'm Stuttering Craig. My, oh my. You know when there's a window for the plumber to show up and they show up 2 hours early? Well, here we go. Right when you're about to start the show. That is right. That real life, the Venn diagram of life and the show crossing over. So sorry for the delay, guys. Welcome on in. Glad you're here. Hi, Blabs. How are you?
Hello. I want to say a special thank you to the chat because I asked them to do one thing and they're still doing it. Shout out to the chat. I said a chat when we go live, spam with Craig the plumber, and that's all they're doing.
I am a magnificent. But listen, I'll tell you what. There's one thing I can tell you. I can tell you how to fix a sink. I can tell you how to unclog a toilet. I'm a freaking man, baby. Just saying. That's how it goes. These are man things.
Okay.
Guys,
he lays the pipes.
I'm laying all the pipe. Let's go. It's ridiculous. Well,
I played with pipes, but like irrigation systems for fields. Does that count?
Good for you, Blabs. Way to go. Plumbers do, I'm sure a plumber
it was not fun.
Yeah.
It involved a lot of water.
Well, I'll tell you what. Today, some waterboarding may need to happen, as we got a spicy show today. Today's going to be interesting for sure. We got a couple of great guests joining us. One that is got some splaining to do. Lucy, just saying. Do you get that reference?
Are you talking about Lucy, like Lucille Ball?
Yeah, that was a Ricky impersonation. Got some splaining to do.
Sorry, that was pretty bad.
Before you abused her, it was really tough, man. Anyways, that was back in the day, man. It's rough stuff. That I Love Lucy. Did you watch?
I do like Lucy.
Dude, come on.
She was funny. You know what she was really good in? Like aside from that show, Yours, Mine, and Ours, like the original version. Way back in like the 60s, I think it was. It's a great movie. It's kind of like a Cheaper by the Dozen, but like the original, where like two families get married. Okay. And there's like 6 kids and 8 kids, and like one's like a baby to like one's going off to college. So like there's a lot of kids. It's actually really funny. It's got Lucy as the mom.
I don't care.
Screw you! I know pop culture.
Good for you. I love that you love Lucy movies. Joining us today, it is Thursday. I'm very excited to have this gentleman joining us the next 2 weeks. Actually, this week via the internet. Next week in person, which is going to be very, very cool. As we're going to be out in San Diego, out there, it's going to be really, really fun. Do I still have that graphic pulled up? I think I do. Yeah, out there in San Diego Comic-Con next week. We're going to be doing a big fan meetup. Come meet us out there. I'll be out there with Gary and the Film Threat folks. And you can see all the people on screen right there. Obviously, Gabe's the one setting it up. Been on the show several times. Be out in San Diego. And Smash will be joining us next week, but he's also joining us right now. Hi, Smash. Great to see you.
What's going on? I didn't know it was a Basic Pizza. That's a great place.
I've never been there. Is it nice?
It's amazing and delicious pizza. So
good. Well, yeah, that's where we're going to be. We're going to be hanging out next week. Apparently, it's right around the corner from the convention center.
Yep, so it is. And looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
I'm ordering all of my equipment today. I'm getting 3 extra mics, a bunch of XLR cables, some headsets, and all the stuff for Side Scrollers going in person, which would be fun.
Yeah. It's pro all the way. Way to be.
It's gonna be good, baby. That's what I tried to do. I try to be professional because, as you know, there's nothing more professional than farts. So, Blabs, relax. All right.
What I do?
Well, we're glad you're with us, Smash.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you for having me.
You pissed anybody off lately?
Oh my God, where do I start? It's one of those. I've pissed off so many people that my brain can't even think of one of them. It's like Montgomery Burns syndrome. You have every disease that's actually keeping you alive.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. Well, I'll tell you what, it has been interesting since this weekend. I feel like people and I saw you made a video about this, how people have kind of been exposed, but also it's almost like things have calmed down as far as the rhetoric and such goes.
I mean, it comes and goes in waves. I think you know that just as well as anyone. But yeah, it's come and gone.
Well, it's coming right now for our next guest.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Deb, short fat otaku. Good to see you, buddy. How are you?
Hello. It's good to be on again. I know, like, we had this scheduled before everything blew up with me, but it's like, I guess this is what we're talking about now.
This was a total coincidence, and I had a lot of people being like, "Don't bring Dev on. Don't do it." But here you are, because at the end of the day, it's time. We got to chit chat about this. We had John.
It's time for the struggle session. I'm ready.
Yes, the struggle session is real, right? Well, I talked to you a couple days ago on the Side Scrollers Plays channel. I was over there just kind of talking about how insane things have been, and you hopped on and we kind of talked about this. But I thought it'd be good to chat more about this, with a larger audience, so more people can find our conversation, and you can do some answering to the questions that people may have about some of the things that you said. So I think before we get into it. Well, let me just do the intro first, and then we'll kind of get into all the craziness. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. Before we get into that, I'd like to remind you guys we are live over at rumble.com/sidescrollers. Do us a favor, hit the follow button and join us as we continue to grow over there. We have passed 7,750 followers. So let's get to that 8,000. We're growing a little bit more every day over there. Why do we love Rumble, Blabs?
Because it grows organically.
That's right. There you go. Way to nail it. Just perfect on the dismount. We also have an X account where you could have found out that Smash and Dev were going to be on the show. And you can watch the show over there by simply following us over at x.com/sidescrollerpod. If you do hear anything in the background, it is literally the plumber. So just so you know, that's what's going on. But hopefully it doesn't pick it up. With that said, we also have an Instagram account, don't we, Blabs?
We do, so follow us for memes and clips of the show. Otherwise, no sandwiches for you ever again.
That, I think, is your biggest punishment. I like it. We also have a Kick account. And what's that? What's that, Blabs?
Nothing.
Do what?
Nothing.
Keep women where?
No.
Where?
What?
In the kitchen? Okay. We also have the show available on Apple Podcast and Spotify if you like to listen to the show instead of watching and staring at our stupid faces, or in Dev's face, and in Dev's case, just some sort of avatar or giant standing on some world of newspapers and stuff.
I can put back up the hammock one if you want to see me rock around again.
No, whatever fits you best. If you feel like you're conquering the world, then on your newspaper floating.
I like the hammock one.
Actually, wait, hold on. I have here. Just give me a second.
Sounds good.
Or the one that's nighttime and daytime.
What's that, Blabs?
The nighttime and daytime one.
Here, how about that?
What? That's kind of
that is morbidly obese Dev.
Hey. At least you can admit it, and I appreciate that. That's good. Apparently, according to the BMI structure, I also am morbidly obese at 6'4", 225 pounds. So I'm like
5'8" and 215. So I'm definitely morbidly obese if that's the case.
Well, you might as well just be one of the trolls from Trolls there, Smash. It's ridiculous.
Right. Oompa Loompa me.
How are you still alive? It's ridiculous. It's crazy. Well, we also have, if you look at the top of your screen, you can find us also on sidescrollerspodcast.com, which directs you to our locals page as well as we continue to grow over there. We're going to be doing more locals content on the way. If you are new to us over here on YouTube, first time tuning in, hello, great to see you. Welcome on in. Do us a favor, hit the subscribe button. Join the 88,300 just normal men looking for common sense in the video game entertainment space. So we continue to grow a little bit more every single day. 88,367 as of this second. Let's continue to grow as we turn the corner. We're moving in on that 100,000 mark, which is outstanding. Let's do our best to get to 1,000 likes and 25 memberships today. I think we can do that. Can we do it? Yes, we can. All right. once again, quick reminder. Today's episode is brought to you by the Real Game Awards. Make sure you guys go over there and become a voting member over at the Real Game Awards. There you go. Check it out right there. You can get on your hammock like Dev and and become a member right there. Really appreciate that. Let's get on that as we continue to go over there, approaching 350 voting members over there. Looking forward. I came to this realization the other day, and Smash, I know, initially you were very critical back when the Real Game Awards was called Take Games Back. But I had this realization the other day. I've been setting this goal of like, if we get to 1,000 members, like we could do a physical award show, right? But the reality is that we're going to put on a fucking banger, regardless of if we have 10 members or if you have 10,000 members, right? Because the idea is that we can use, the idea is we're using memberships to fund the show. And I had that realization, like this is going to be freaking great, regardless of how many members there are. And I'm really excited about that. Like that was really, really cool.
It's going to be awesome. I think my initial hesitation was it felt like, oh, here's an opportunity to take money from people off of the idea that it's bad. Jeff Keighley stuff is bad. And then realizing that it's like, no, Jeff Keighley stuff is really a gatekeeping away from real gamers and full on advertisements and how much money and the millions of dollars that were being paid. It's like, it's lost touch with reality. So after hearing what you said, watching what transpired, hearing you reiterate why you're doing it, I was like, okay, I am completely sold on this 180 turnabout. It is awesome. And I am very excited and proud of you for pushing forward with this endeavor. And I think we all know it's not easy. And one of the hardest obstacles you're going to have to overcome is the haters coming at you thinking exactly what I started out with. So
of course,
it's going to be a challenge the whole way through.
I will counter this by saying this. And I mentioned this yesterday on the show. With the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley's Game Awards, gamers' voice only accounts for 10% of their vote. Whereas with ours, it accounts to 100% of the vote. And on top of that, I'm not making any money from this. This is Jeff Keighley's living. He's a multi-millionaire from this, right? Don't tell me about what a grifter I am when I'm making zero money.
Oh no, it's only okay for rich people to grift and make tons of money. But if you're just the average normal man, you can't do that. That's
right. Well, anyways, look, I appreciate that. Yeah, that was super fun. So head on over there, become a member over there, and let's continue to grow as we get going. All right. We got a lot to talk about today. As we said, we have Dev here who's sleeping in his hammock, which is wonderful. I already see some outstanding direct donations coming in. We have a litany of super chats, some Rumble rants as well. We will get to every single one of those throughout the show. But before we do, I think it's important to address the elephant in the room, which is why Dev is on today. Let's see if we can wake him up. Dev, wake up, Dev. Wake up.
I'm here. I'm awake.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
The sun is slowly rising.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's start here, man. The other day, we all know what happened on Saturday, right? Saturday, the attempted pew pew of the Prez, right? And there was a lot of things flying around the internet. There still is a lot of things flying around the internet. And we know that the former president was snipped in the ear. And then we saw people take their masks off immediately in the gaming space and all entertainment space and be like, some people are like, I can't believe you missed and blah, blah, blah. Right. And Smash, you've talked about that at length in some videos.
Yep.
But the initial thought, and as I look at your tweets about this, that looks like your tweets were the next day. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah. If my timing is correctly, it happened on the 13th. Your tweets were on the 14th. So let's talk about these. You had a couple tweets that were really turned off a lot of people. A lot of people really were like, what are you doing, dude? Right. And it's funny because as I was talking to you about these things, I think it's actually funny to kind of reiterate. I asked you to please send me the tweets that people were most upset about. And if you don't mind, I'll actually want to read your exact response to what you said via DM, if you're cool with that. Are you fine with that?
Go ahead.
He says, and we're going to look at these. You said, man, looking over these again, it's very clear I did not say what I was meaning to say, but there they are.
Yes, that's very
So
true.
let's talk about this. Now, I want to be really clear, right? Like when Dev is not on as like some sort of like redemption tour or anything like that, but I do think it's important for him to have an opportunity to kind of clarify what he was trying to put through here.
Yeah, yes. So, I mean, just to start off, as the baseline, I mean, I am not pro political violence. I'm not on the side of the shooter. I'm not in any way happy or justifying the fact that the father who heroically jumped in front of his kids to save them died. All right. I've seen some people say that I'm like bloodthirsty or something, and it's just ridiculous. I am not any of those things.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, let's talk about your tweets. Here's the first one right here. It says the bystander who was shot during the Trump assassination event was against Pence rejecting the false electors, with a little SpongeBob here thinking thing. And this is in response to Americans had enough of Mike Pence on January 6th, 2021. This is a quote tweet of the man who had passed away.
Yes, that's a Twitter account.
Yes. So here we go. This is you talking about it. You're talking about him having was against Pence, rejecting the false electors. So here we go. I'll let you kind of get into this here. What was your thought on putting this? This is your first tweet that got put out. Yeah.
So to me, I've now been told that I've read this completely wrong, but to me, that SpongeBob meme kind of feels the same way as the meme where the dog's like sitting in the fire and he says, "This is fine," as everything burns around him. That's kind of the same emotional vibe that I get from this picture. So when I put this out, this was me basically saying, oh, shit's about to hit the fan, because the guy who was shot has this belief about Mike Pence. And the belief about Mike Pence is a long, drawn-out political conversation that you might not want to have on your channel. But the 15-second TLDR is that Trump tried to steal the election. Mike Pence prevented him from doing so. It wasn't like a violent thing. It was more of a legalistic, behind-the-scenes thing. And this all came out in Congress back in 2022. So when I saw Americans had enough of Mike Pence on January 6th, 2021, that's usually rhetoric used by people who are like pretty hardcore Trump fans, who basically believe that Mike Pence should have done what Trump asked him to do. And so when I posted this image, this is not even me shitting on the guy. This is me saying, oh my God, this is going to go viral, and it's going to become a big thing. It was me commenting on not him as a person, but rather what I think was going to happen in the future.
So some people are you can already see the chat. People are like, you're saying this in bad faith. You're reframing things. Right. What's your response to that?
I mean, there's not much I can do to convince them.
Right.
Here's the thing. I know that how I laid this out, looking back on it, does not convey what I intended to say. And I can't put out an excuse or blame you guys for reading it wrong or something. No, this is just me. This is just my fuck up. I wanted to say something, and I did not say it correctly. And for that, I am sorry.
So you actually apologize for that. You apologize for putting out a tweet, and this is one of those things where when you have an instance like this, you would, I think if the natural response, if you were looking at this, a third party tweeted this, right? Not you, and you're looking at this, you would say, do you disavow this statement, right? Looking back on this, are you like, are you like, ugh? Do you disavow your previous statement?
I do. Like if I wanted to talk about the victims' political persuasions, if they ever became relevant, I would do it in a different way other than this. This was just a massive fuck up on my part, and there's really no excuse for it. So I'm sorry about that, guys.
Ben in the chat says his apology is sorry you took it the wrong way, and I don't. That's not what I heard. But Smash, is that what you heard?
Is that what I meant?
No, I'm not hearing that. If anything, I was just not to play defense for Dev here, because I know the chat's going to start hitting me too. I mean, we've all had these kind of misunderstandings. One thing I do appreciate from Dev is his ability to talk about uncomfortable things that people don't want to focus on. And I want to give him credit for that, as much as it's painful and angers a lot of people. Like, my perspective on this is, why are you even talking about the dude that got shot? Like, let's focus on the shooter and that. And doing that kind of is the pitchfork and torch mentality mob, that having that kind of thinking, where I can look over at you and appreciate here's the other side of what's going on over there, even though I don't agree with it. I appreciate you at least having that perspective. I would ask, like, why you were concerned with the bystander. Like, why even have that as a starting point, though? Like, why not focus on the obvious concerns that have not been addressed yet, I guess, would be my question.
Well, the basic answer is because it's still the truth, and also because I had before this point been talking a lot about the shooter already. So for me, this was like, here's the thing. Since you've watched a bunch of my videos, Smash, you know this. I tend to come out very late on a topic, but I tend to gather all the information that I can. You know, like my Stellar Blade video was like two or 3 months late, but I had a bunch of information in there that no one else had. And I've kind of prided my ability to be late, but also more thorough than most people. And this time I simply fucked up, because I did this. It's not just about the guy who got shot. It's also that I put out stuff about the shooter that ended up being false, because I was on the hype train. I was, it was happening, and everyone's like tweeting and everyone's researching and talking about it, and I got wrapped up in it. And I usually don't, but this time I did, and that's just entirely my fault.
And again, no
one I can blame but me.
I'm not making excuses for you. I feel like that is my perception of how you approach a situation, is to look for the things that average people don't look at. Would that be fair to say?
I think so, yeah.
And I think that might be what kind of got you in trouble here.
Definitely. At the very least, if I was going to talk about the guy's political persuasions, it should have been several months down the road. It was definitely a too soon situation as well. So yeah, that's basically what I was doing, because I also put my foot in my mouth regarding the identity of the shooter. In the early hours after the shooting, there were two names floating around. We now know it was Thomas Crooks. For a while, though, we thought it was Thomas Crooks, but then there was a guy who looked like Thomas Crooks who started putting out videos saying, "I am Thomas Crooks, you got the wrong guy." He was just trolling. So everyone shifted over to another guy named Maxwell Yardley or something, because this guy, if you've seen some of the gruesome photos of the corpse of the shooter, the Maxwell guy looks more like the corpse than the Crooks guy does in the pictures that we have. And also the Maxwell guy has a history of being violent in Antifa dating back to 2016. So for a while, everyone thinking it was this Maxwell guy. And then eventually, by the next morning, we realized, no, it actually was Crooks. The FBI did like a DNA, they did a DNA test and discovered that it was actually Crooks. So I was also saying stuff about the identity of the shooter that was completely wrong, because I was just wrapped up in researching the story, and I should have kept my mouth shut. But I should have been looking into the stuff and documenting it, but not tweeting about it as I was looking at it. And that's just my fault, and I shouldn't have done it.
At least you're being accountable for it.
Right.
I'm just trying to look for the positives.
No, I mean, it's a fuck up, man. Like I can't say anything else other than it's a fuck up. I know that you said earlier, Craig, lots of people in the chat are saying, this sounds like I'm sorry you took it that way. I don't mean it like that. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying I'm sorry you guys took it that way. I'm saying I'm sorry I worded it this way, because I didn't mean to say what ultimately came out. It's entirely on me. It's not on the chat. It's not on anybody who's seen the tweets. It's not on anybody who's unsubbed from me. There's been a bunch of you guys. I've seen it. But like, it's, I don't blame the people who don't want to believe me or who want to stop watching me. I understand. Like, I fucked up. It's as simple as that. There's no excuse. I'll try to do better, but I fucked up this time.
Okay. So let's continue here real quick.
Can I branch off that, or do you want to stay on point with this?
Well, I like I said, I honestly, I'll say this: people will be critical of when they watch our show, right? They're going to watch our show and they're going to say, why didn't Craig, Smash, Blabs likes to stay out of these conversations, which I totally respect. Why didn't they push Dev on this, right? So I think, as we move on to in just a second, Smash, we'll definitely let you ask that question. But I try to allow people the opportunity to say things as clearly as they want to say, and ultimately let people decide what they want to believe, right? So I'll allow you to make one last statement on this so people can take it, clip it, however they want to take it from you, Dev. I mean, you've said it before, but I'm gonna let you say it in as clear and concise language as you want about those tweets in just a second. Okay, so Smash, go ahead and ask me what you. Yeah.
Well, this is a little bit branching away from it, but I don't know if you guys heard. Fox News learned Thomas Crooks wrote on a gaming platform called Steam. July 13th will be my premiere. Watch as it all unfolds. And I found it interesting that someone who has a digital footprint on Steam to write something like that has no other socials, has no other posts, has nothing. And there was about a 2 to 4 hour gap from when he was pew-pewed to when the name came out. And it makes me wonder what kind of scrubbing was done and why. But again, that's branching from the topic at hand. I just wanted to bring it up because I thought it was interesting. But anyway, carry on.
There's a lot of tweets or a lot of super chats about this, and like I said, I want to get some of them as well. But Flash came in and says, why would it be better talking about it down the road? The guy died saving his family. He's a hero. I don't care what he thought about January 6th.
I mean, that's a fair point, Flash, and I do respect Flash and his work, but I do respectfully disagree here. Now, now obviously too soon, but down the road, I think it would matter if you're going to talk about this in this event in detail to talk about what he might have thought. I think it does actually matter for the full story. If you're going to make a documentary on this years down the road, you'd probably talk about what he also believed as well.
Yeah, but what's it matter? He was diving in front to save his family, right? What does it matter what he thought of that or what he thought of anything? He was doing his best to save his family in that situation. I don't think that has any context to validating his death or life or anything along the lines.
Well, that's what I mean, though. It does not say anything about his death. It does not take away from the heroism of what he did. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying insofar as it is true, it should be at least looked into. Here's the thing: whenever I research a topic, I look into everything, including stuff like this, even if some people might not like it. It's just how I roll.
Why would you consider that's almost like victim blaming? In a situation
no. I am not blaming the victim at all.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing, right? We can accept that. Here, you know what? When I did it better when I was writing it. So let me just pull it up real quick. When I initially apologized, because I have apologized for this many times, on Twitter, on my Discord, on my channel, my channel page, I put out an apology statement because I know that I fucked up here, right? And what I wrote was, the dad who got shot and died protecting his kids did have some shit political opinions. That doesn't justify the shooting. He acted heroically. And that's what I mean. These two things are both true, right? I don't think it's victim blaming to understand that I don't agree with the man, even now.
But why?
Even as I view him as a hero, I still don't agree with his politics.
Why bring it up though? What purpose does it serve? What's the end goal for even discussing that aspect of it?
And to further that home, right? The idea that, let's just say Dev is walking by, he's going down the street, he's hit by a car, Dev dies, right? And then it's not about, well, Dev had this successful YouTube channel, whatever. It's that some point in Dev's life, he said something that shouldn't, that somebody doesn't agree with, right? And that's the first thing people bring up. Do you think that's fair? Don't you think it's more valid that he, his acts, the idea that he served his community, the idea that he was a family man, put his family first, put his community first, way more so than what he thought about, something that happened a few years ago and or the former his political leanings at all.
Yes, that stuff is more important, which is why I fucked up in tweeting about it. I have no defense here. I completely agree with you. That stuff is ultimately more important. The point that I'm trying to make is that if I were going to research this and I was going to do some sort of video or a documentary a year down the road or something, I would want to have this information on hand. And the issue is that I was researching it and also live tweeting about what I was looking into, and I shouldn't have done that.
Spoke too soon.
Like, yes, spoke too soon. That's exactly what happened, and it's just entirely my fault, and I'm sorry for that, guys.
Say sorry like 2 more times.
2 more times. Well, like the thing is like there are people who have been in my situation who like they make excuses or they double down or they say it's not so bad. Why do you guys care so much? And it's like, well, no, I put my foot in my mouth. Like there's no other way to parse it, you know?
I feel like it's easy, especially the chat. I know everyone is hating on you right now. It's very easy, and I'm not defending it. It's very easy to point and say, like, you're awful for doing that. You're awful for making that mistake. And I just want everyone to take a step back and realize we're all human. We all do things, cross wires sometimes and say things. I'm not trying to be an apologist for him. It's just like this thing of like, it's a tweet. He's apologizing for it. He doesn't have any like intentional malice behind it, like some other people on Twitter that are standing behind it that I would be far more aggravated about, I guess is all I'm getting at.
Right. Yeah. So people are saying, you know, that I'm saying, I'm sorry you're upset. I'm not saying that, guys. I'm sorry. You guys have a right to be upset, a very strong right to be upset, I think, in retrospect. No, I'm saying I'm sorry for doing it. I'm sorry for opening my mouth when I should not have opened my mouth. If for some reason you think I should not have looked into the man at all, even privately, and archive some of the things that I've seen, I'm not going to apologize for that because it's just research. But yeah, I'm sorry about opening my big fat mouth. Yes.
I think that there are people who, based off that tweet, will have made up their mind about you regardless, right?
Yep.
And we see this happen, you know, all the time, constantly, right? Where somebody says something and, you know, oh, I can't believe they said that, whatever. But oftentimes, as you said, that person doesn't come out and say like, I'm sorry, I messed up, right? So for clarity, and I don't want to put words in your mouth. I know you said it about 4 times, 5 times, but I want to be very clear. So you're saying, once again, you're sorry you made the tweet, you spoke too soon. And you know, it's not, I'm sorry that you misread it. I'm sorry that I said it.
Yes.
Right.
That's explicitly what I'm saying. Yes.
Okay. All right. We could go over the other tweet as well, but I feel like it's going to be more or less the same thing.
It'll be more or less the same thing. There'll be like a bit of extra context because I'm talking to Sargon and there's like an ongoing conversation here, but my attitude towards it is more or less the same thing. Shouldn't have had it publicly, since I do have a private line to Sargon if I want to utilize it. So I shouldn't have had this conversation publicly. Shouldn't have put it out there. Shouldn't have been talking about it at this time. You know, I fucked up.
All right. And some people will accept that. Some people won't. Welcome to the internet.
Yep. Welcome to the internet. And you know what? People who do end up abandoning me or they don't believe me, I don't blame you. I understand. I mean, I can't be mad at you for my fuck up. You know what I mean? So I get it.
So bullet points. Let's end this on a quick TLDR. Bullet points. You spoke too soon.
I spoke too soon.
You know you messed up.
I absolutely messed up.
You apologize for your statements.
I absolutely apologize. Yes.
You'd like to move on. Oh, one last thing. Will you be deleting those tweets?
Probably not, because it feels like hiding them. You know, there are people who go viral for a bad take and then try to like delete and then pretend it never happened. That just feels scummy.
Okay. And so you won't delete them because you don't want to hide from them, because you want to accept it. So,
yep.
Okay. All right. Smash, you feel okay?
Yeah. I mean, it's his bed he's made and he's laying in it, taking it like a champ. I think just based off of his effort and quality of videos, this too shall pass. It's going to be a rocky road for a little bit, but it is what it is. And it sounds like Dev knows that. So, I mean, I'm not going to just beat him while he's down.
Right.
Well, thanks for that. But yeah, so, you know, I woke up the next day and I was like, you know, I think I didn't even think much about it. Cause I didn't realize just how absolutely horribly I had like not put out what I intended to say with these things, right? And how it was just completely the wrong time. So I woke up the next day and Lumi in the chat, Arch, Madam Savvy, Melanie, they'd all like poked me and they were like, Dev, what are you doing? And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I was like, oh yeah, I really didn't mean to say any of that. Like it just complete brain fart. So I put out like, listen, when I put out my my tweet apologizing for it, I said, I jumped the gun too early in a lot of things. That's my mistake. I'm sorry for jumping on the bandwagon. Thanks to the people that I listed for telling me to cool it. Sorry for being a moron. You know, I've put this out. This was now, I think 3 or 4 days ago. I put this out and I put it out on my channel, put it out on my Discord. You know, this is not something that I'm trying to hide from.
Okay. Well, I know some people will accept that, some people can't. And
I think
fine.
it's interesting with how society works with this kind of thing. And I know Dev can appreciate this grand scheme talking about being accountable almost enables people to want to come at you because they know they can get you. Where I've seen people who say some awful things that are not accountable for it, and nobody goes after them because they're not accountable. So me going after them is not going to stop them. So it's almost like being accountable in society right now is almost like a bad thing.
Well, let me say this.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So we see this as, y'all letting him off is pathetic. Like, what do you want me to do
What
right
do you
now?
want us to say?
Like, would you like me to go to Dev's house and beat him up for you? Like legit, what do you want me to do? Dev, I can't believe you made that statement. It seems like it's really stupid. It's a really dumb statement. I can't believe you live tweeted it. You clearly fucked up. All right. Do you accept that you fucked up, Dev?
Yes.
Do you apologize for that?
Absolutely.
Will you be making that mistake again in the future?
Probably not. I hope not. I'm going to try my best.
Okay. I want to let you know I'm coming to your house. I'm going to beat you up later. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Sounds good. Is there anything else I can do for you, chat?
Are you doing that too, Blabs? You going to beat me up?
No. I'm not touching anybody. I will slap you with a ruler, though.
That's fine.
Messed
I
up.
understand. I did.
So there we go. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to do outside. Like, legit. Like, I don't know what to do. So like, there we are. People want to know why you ban people. Why are you banning people, Dev?
Okay, this is actually a different conversation, though. It's not related to this at all.
Okay, then I don't care. Then I don't care.
Yeah, it's from a drama before the shooting. Yeah.
Okay, then I don't care. All right. We good? Everyone good?
I am.
Glad
I'll
you
still
good?
answer if there's super chats that I have specific questions about it, I'll answer them, of course.
Okay.
Oh, there's definitely some super chats that were coming through that would like to talk to you.
No, I understand.
Okay, let's do it. Let's go down the super chats. Did we expect to do this today, the entire day? Nope. But chat's crazy, so let's go. Why not? All right. Let's go to the specific super chats about this. A lot of chats about plumbers today and former yesterday's endeavors, which is good. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Miku says, I apologize to absolutely nobody. There we go. Slagla says, is the controversy Dev's old habit of pretending to be a girl online to talk to young girls and get pics from them? That's old news, right? What's that about?
This is from Kiwi Farms, if you know what that site is. Basically, back in 2009 up to 2016, there was a woman who edited for me. And there's this belief that I am her, that I made her up. It's ridiculous because there's old videos on my channel of us together. So, but it's something that Medicare said at one point because it was funny on a stream, and it's become the narrative ever since. But I mean, you can find videos of us like in the same room on the channel. So it's just ridiculous.
Do once again, we're getting to every single one of these because, hey, why not? Let's go. Adrian says, Dev, why did the party of guns did not bring in, just to be clear, right? As far as like all this stuff goes, I don't think this is the place for it, right? If you want to if you want to ask Dev a question about his thoughts on January 6th, right? Go ask it on his channel, right? More than anything, Dev was going to be a guest today, right? He was scheduled to be on before all this stuff happened. And I felt like just like back with the DSP stuff, right? Like I felt like we needed to address the elephant in the room. So here we are.
Yep.
And so once again, if you have a question about all that stuff, like I think go ask Dev on his channel, you know? Go ahead, Dev.
Yeah, to be clear, in the wake of everything that's been happening, I will be making a January 6th video. I'll lay out all the evidence that I've collected over the past 4 years. I'll give you my take on it. I'll answer questions like that. It'll be in the video. But yeah, this is more of a gaming channel, so it's really not the place, you know?
Gaming, entertainment, culture, the whole thing, right? But at the same time, you know, all right, Lord of the Nerd says, oh, look, Dev, that would be, look, Dev, the would-be personality cult leader is here. And how all the bad faith arbitration's going. Refined it down to true believers yet. Are you a cult leader, Dev?
No, this is just one of the guys that I banned for that previous drama, and he's probably still mad about it.
Annie came in and says Dev equals trash and the herpes of side-scrollers. Otherwise, he'll side-scrollers and smash JT.
Sorry for infecting everyone with my herpes.
Oh, no. All right. Once again, I will let you take about this one on your own right here. Thanks, Mandrakos. Appreciate that.
Yeah, well, that's actually a real quick one. It's coming out in 2025 before the Canadian election. I want it to have maximum impact. It's coming out then.
Okay. Mr. Cool Gaming says Dev mostly criticizes and attacks the far left, but the moment he tries to keep the right in check and be fair, he's apparently a grifter and or many other insults. Love from Serbia, maple syrup chugger. All right, there you go.
Yep. I was actually on a much more left-leaning channel by a guy who does war reporting in Ukraine. He goes over there and gets footage, but he's like a very strict Democrat voter. And his audience was telling me that I was this bad faith right-wing grifter, like the opposite of what I'm hearing from in the chat right now, right? So like at some point you just can't win. You just have to say what you think is going on, and that's how it is.
Right. Punish Janie says if you invite them, haters will come. Bass player says English language to be hard. This is established for me. I can't speak at all. Punished Janie says apologize now. I'm sorry. That's not enough. Tommy says how do Dev know what the firefighter and dad there died thought about Pence?
It's because he posted it on his social media. Mm-hmm. And in fact, there's in fact been many more things that have come out from that same account, but we should just let it lie for now, you know?
Right. Succulent Juice says everyone loves to hate Dev, though he's always late. That was my fault today.
Not my fault today, guys.
It's everyone saying fake news and bad faith to his description of the elector scheme. Everything Dev said here is well documented and literal fact.
That'll also be a video coming soon, next month or two.
Dev is lying about Rump. There is a chat of him and Ace where Dev acknowledges that Joe and others stole 2020. I'll let you do that on your own channel.
Yep, none of that is true. And also the Ace guy is like a dedicated Dev hater. He's like made tons of videos on me, so I don't put any stock in that.
I don't like Dev and believe he's wrong in somewhat major observations, but he's not malicious or bad faith, as far as I know. Mostly naive. Which I think actually in this situation, I think you were naive to be so quick to put it out there. So once again, I'll let you handle that on your own channel there. Same with this one here.
I don't even know that one. That's all about. Yeah.
About him being in a BlackRock commercial.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
You should do your own research.
Allegedly. I've seen it, and it is curious. BlackRock has since taken the commercial down, by the way. So adding to the conspiracy.
Someone posted on Reddit early this morning a picture of the shooter, much more like all the pictures of him have been like high school pictures, like getting the graduation and stuff, right? A recent picture shows him with longer hair, no beard,
and the neck thing.
He has the neck choker and like the like piercings in his lips, and I'm like, this guy looks like he might have been in the early stages of transitioning.
Yes,
like is it a trans shooter? But then that picture was immediately scrubbed, right? So that's just a theory, by the way. There's no
which goes back to me when I was asking about branching away from what we were talking about, which we won't do, obviously. But there's a lot of stuff that's been scrubbed that's very curious, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll say.
But also, it's the kind of thing that as I've recently learned, it's probably best to wait on, before you get the full story. Yeah,
you know better than us right now on that one.
All right. Let's continue on here. Let's see. Trying trying to get to do. Let's see where we at. Sorry. I should have had these queued up, but I did not. Lord says, Dev, it's pretty much as a habit for you.
Well, so someone mentioned Destiny there because I've had many people compare me to Destiny on this, and regardless of how you feel about what I put out and the mistakes that I've made, I don't think I went anywhere near close to what Destiny has said.
Well, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about how you're accountable, so people are coming at you, where Destiny's not really being accountable, so people are hitting him, and it's going like water off a duck's back with him because it's like nothing's sticking. You know what I mean? So he's getting away with a lot more, even though he's way more ridiculous.
Destiny just seems to be saying, yes, I think what I said was good. I don't agree with that. I don't think what he said was good at all, but he seems to be just sticking to what he said. Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, like there was a guy who called into Sargon's show and just said, you need to completely cut off and disavow Dev and Destiny like we're somehow the same person. And like no one should talk to him anymore. Take him off all right-wing channels, try to get him banned from YouTube. And I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous, guys. Like, I don't even agree with Destiny, but I don't think he should be banned from YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with him at all. I think what he said was terrible, but banned like from the internet? I don't know if I agree with that.
Since we're here, should Alex Jones be banned from the internet?
No.
Okay. Just want to make sure there's a line in the bar.
I think that there's an interesting conversation right now with that whole cancel culture, especially with the libs of TikTok stuff, of where that line gets drawn, because there is definitely a line, and it's the gray area is very gray right now, and there's a lot of people on both sides of the cancel culture warrior of do you go after someone and destroy their life because they said they wanted Trump to be killed? Like, where do you draw the line? Is it what position they have, how high they are socially, what they're doing financially? Like, it's a very curious situation.
Yeah, I mean, you guys saw that Home Depot worker who got fired, right? She's a cashier. Like, yeah, okay, she said some dumb shit online, but like, should she be fired? I don't know.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, where do you draw the line?
I think that's a conversation for another time. And
sorry, man.
No worries. I mean, we could go down that rabbit hole, but I really don't want to. But it is, we talked about it briefly on the show yesterday. It's like, you can agree with something while still not liking it, or you can like something while still not agreeing with it. So vice versa.
Back on point. Then, should Destiny be banned?
I don't think so, personally.
I think it's up to the platform.
If you were the platform, Craig, what would you do?
I think
I put you on the spot, didn't I?
No. I think Destiny is a vile piece of shit. And anybody who says the things that he said over the past 4 or 5 days should have the ability to say them, because at the end of the day, people will look at him and realize what a vile piece of shit he is. So, and there's a difference between having the platform to do it and being able to monetize it. Mm-hmm. So there's that. Yeah. So Crimson Fox says, Dev looking through the dead fighter's tweets to justify crapping on him was vile.
I understand. I don't think I was crapping on him. I don't think that's what I was doing. Like, I don't think like my 2 tweets weren't attacking the man, but nonetheless, I shouldn't have done it, and I'm sorry.
Let's see. I want to make sure that like I said, there's some things that aren't necessarily on specifically to Dev. And I appreciate these here. What do you say? People say like the eternal fence sitter. Just find a way to build both sides and everything. From Grumpy Rat.
Yeah, that is one criticism that I've received a lot over this that I just straight up don't agree with. People saying, Dev, you're the eternal fence sitter. You both sides things. You're too much of a centrist. When are you going to finally become a based right winger or whatever, right? And the issue is, like, if we're looking at this one event, we don't know what the shooter thought, but we can make a pretty good guess at this point, and more information will come out. But clearly, in this one event, it was one side, very broadly speaking, attacking the other side, right? And so this event is pretty cut and dry. But if you want to ask the question, how did America, and more broadly the West, get to this point where violent rhetoric, political violence has been ratcheted up to this point, such that now we're having presidential candidates get shot at. That's a conversation that goes back 25 years, and there's plenty of blame to go around. Neither side is innocent on this. So when it comes to that sort of nuanced, contextual conversation, yes, I am going to be a centrist.
Valkyria Winter came in and says, Craig, Smash, Blabs, you guys are doing great work. Always watch you guys when I can be live, as I can't sleep, or when I wake up in the morning and game. Thank you so much, Valkyria. Says, plus Blabs looking wonderful, Skull. Thank you very much. Hey, appreciate that. I'm looking good too today. Just want to let you know, Valkyria. Thank you very much. Look at that. Look at Smash. Oh wow, that's looking great. There you go.
Well,
that's
I
good
thought
stuff.
we could change the tone a little bit. Need some humor.
I had a little. Listen, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Crimson Fox followed up, says it's not that you were live tweeting it, it's that you took his political opinions and used that as the reason why he was less valid as a person.
I never said he was less valid. I never said he was less valid as a person. I don't view him as less valid as a person. I'm sorry that the way I worded it, that's what ended up coming off, but that was not my intention, and that's my fault.
Gigamango Fanta says, that being said, what are your thoughts about the loved ones of those fallen and incidents like these suing statements of slander, statements that have been slandered? Does it vary on a case by case basis? I'll let you handle that on your own channel as far as your thoughts on that. I mean, it is a valid question. Like I said, I'd like to move on to like gaming, entertainment, culture stuff here in a little bit. And Blab's shaking her head. She's like, yeah, let's go. I said, I didn't expect to go down this deep of a rabbit hole. But then again, I think I was fairly naive in that, you know.
I mean, there are a lot of super chats. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, with that said, I very much appreciate everyone's passion on this, right? Very much so. And I appreciate Dev coming on to confront these head on. I think it's important, you know, as you said, you are, you know, your statements, you can only take a man at his words, right? And your actions, right? You had an action, you realize you messed up, you've said you messed up, and now you're taking accountability for it. I don't know what more I can do in this situation, right? People will be upset at you. That's fine. Okay. But
if I had, considering how I've seen other events like this go down, I think some of them probably want you to kick me off, never have me on again, never talk to me again. That sort of thing, you know?
Boot your ass, Dev. Boot your ass so hard. All right. Well, let me see.
Room together?
No, not like that. Not a boot in the ass, Blabs.
I'm just happy to be on a live stream where someone effed up more than I did at something finally, so we can all point at them.
All right, let me get a couple of these really quick. Joey says Dev manned up and accepted responsibility for his actions. That's what a normal man does. People need to stop crying and moaning. Thank you. Appreciate that. Shane O'Max came in and says, if we can't have grace and forgiveness, then what's the point? No one is perfect. Forgive or don't. Either way, move on. We are about to move on. I'm trying to get you.
I don't know. It's hard to move on. There's a lot of big super chats coming in.
Yeah, they just keep coming, man.
Deadpool kid, go ahead, Blabs. You pulled this.
Deadpool for 50 says censorship is a topic that needs to be discussed, but for all those who are encouraging it, just remember this: there will always be a retaliation, as the left always loves to scream, "Silence is violence," or "Words are violence," which is a gang. Thank you very much, Deadpool. You get boobies if I can find them.
There we go. Excellent. Crimson Fox says it's okay, guys. Dev looked into it himself and found no wrongdoing. I mean,
okay, here I'll hire like an independent investigator to look over my Twitter account. Like I don't know what you guys want. You know, on some level, it's like, well, I've done all I can do. You know.
All right.
Alpha Wolf for $50 says, "I don't forgive Tricky Wee." And did contact her sponsors by gently forgive Dev. He apologized sincerely and admitted he failed to convey his ideas correctly. Effing communist.
Thanks, man.
I'm trying to like someone's like, hey, you're only reading ones that fit your narrative. I want to be very clear here. I have no narrative here. The narrative, like I said, that was booked to come on long before this all happened. So I'm trying to find one that doesn't. And I feel like we've read multiple that have not fit our narrative or the narrative or whatever narrative that you want to fit. So
Well,
with
here's
that,
something that kind of contradicts a little bit right there, Adrian. He
Go
got
ahead, read
into the bystander because Destiny posted it. He is this human centipede to that man. Don't let him lie to you.
That's not true. Like I don't even know Destiny, guys. I know for some, like, I watch his content and I'm friends with a handful of his friends, but Destiny and I don't know each other. There's no actual connection there. I know people think that there is, but no.
The funny thing about Destiny is I mean, I've vaguely heard of him with like his wife stuff a while back, but it really came to prominence with the whole Boogie cancer thing. And I'm like, oh man, this guy's on point. And then I see the fallout from this last weekend stuff, and I'm just like, this guy's not on point.
He's over the course of his career, he's gone through several huge ups and, like, when it was October 7th, the Israel attack, he said some shit, honestly, that were probably worse than what's going on now. Just that the West didn't care because this happened in the West, Israel's in the Middle East. So like he said some shit that was probably objectively worse, and like he got a ton of flack for that. Destiny just seems to be the guy that doesn't give a shit. He'll just like flamethrower the entire internet and not care.
That's a good way to put it.
all right. I'm trying to think if there's anything. I'm looking just a quick glance here as I'm trying to find some that don't fit the narrative. Once again, I feel like this is one of those things where people are approaching this with a narrative.
You
right?
can't
And
win, Craig. You can't win.
I know. And that's the wonderful thing about doing a show like this is when you have people on to have these conversations, people, like people are going to leave the show and they're going to go like, I can't believe you had Dev on, right? And he didn't push Dev enough, right? And like at this, I legit don't know what else I can do at this point, right? The man apologized. The man said something. He screwed up. He acknowledges it. He says he regrets it. He doesn't want to hide from it. So like, and what do you want me to do? Like I said, Dev, I'm gonna punch you in the nose. There we go.
Next time I come to the States.
Straight up, boom. There we go. I think let's go and move on, I guess. I don't really know. Like, once again, opponent's like, no, he doesn't. I don't. Dev, do you agree with everything I just said?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Labs, why don't you fill us in on today in gaming history?
Finally, okay. July 18th, guys. Mission Impossible was released. Now, I believe this was only in Japan for this specific date, but we got slim pickings this week, so take what you can get. So Mission Impossible released in 1998. We have Monster House, which I swear was also a movie. I vaguely remember seeing something like this back in 2006. And I feel like this one's for Craig. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD was released back in 2012. I don't know why, but I feel like you'd be very excited for that video game.
No, from what I recall, I remember that being kind of panned when it came out. Maybe I'm wrong on that. What's that, Black?
And so, no, that I'm sad. I thought that was the game for you. Like, yeah, Tony Hawk skateboard. Never mind.
Tony Hawk, it was a fun game. It was really fun. It was revolutionary for its time. It made Tony Hawk a billionaire or whatever. So good for him. And I think it was a very revolutionary game. I think that it was a product of its time. I don't think you can release a Tony Hawk Pro Skater today and it'd do exceptionally well. I think they did release one a couple of years ago. But that was like, I was like kind of kicking off the remake side of things, where it was Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD. So
chat says it was a movie that Monster House. I swear I saw something like that. So it was a movie and a video game. There you go.
There we
go.
There
was an interesting story about, I don't know if you guys know it, with Tony Hawk when he went to, I think it was like lunch or something. He said it on a video once when he was handed a $4 million check from Activision at lunch.
Yeah, we heard about that one on the show.
Looked at it, he was like, "What?" Yeah. Like, whoa, nice. That's awesome. All right, we do have an exceptional palate cleanser here from Kratos El Gratos coming in with a $100 direct donation. It says, I've got a great normal man palate cleanser for when you react after your hot sauce. About a minute long, no copyright stuff. Use it if you need to shift the mood down to something more or less serious. Hey, Kratos, thank you for that. Let's check this out. Let's see what's going on. It just says, hell yeah, banana bread with drums. I don't know what this is. Do you guys know banana bread?
No. Like the food? Nope. I make really good banana bread from scratch.
Man, banana bread's awesome. Let's go. Let's check this out. Thank you very much for this, Kratos El Gratos. You are truly El Gratos. See what we got going on.
Why is it always, what are you doing and never see?
Dude, I got some fucking banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. My mom told me if I wait for things like good.
Oh, have you guys seen this? Do you know what this is a reference to? Okay.
No.
I've seen that with Harry Potter memes, so I have no idea.
So she's talking about these letters here, right? When the shorthand thing, like TTLR or whatever, talk to you later, whatever is talk to you later. TTY.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Blabs, I can't read or talk. These are well-established things, okay? But the idea here is that we're taking these here, and I remember this meme. So this guy went in and he created this really long single word. So what he's saying on this is he's saying, dude, I got some freaking banana bread, right?
Every first letter to every first word. And all,
yes. All right, so here we go. Let's go and see. And this guy put drums to it.
Dude, I got some fucking banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. My mom told me if I wait for things, like good things will happen to me, dude. And fucking I waited for some things and I got some banana bread at work today, dude. Hell yeah. So it just goes to show that waiting for things is like worth it. But there's a lot of bad things in this world, dude. Like fucking skunks, dude. Hell no. Scratching your eye, but it's still fucking itchy, dude. Hell no. The fucking cup, dude. Hell no.
I feel like my IQ is just dropping.
A lot of money, dude, for fucking working. Hell no. For banana bread. Fucking work, dude! Hell yeah! Hell yeah, bro! Hell yeah! Banana bread! Hell yeah! Banana bread! Hell yeah! Banana bread! Hell yeah, bro!
It's actually pretty funny and pretty good beat.
Wow.
I can't imagine him making a mistake with the beads and going, shit, I have to redo it and pulling them all out to fix the one letter he made a mistake on. Just going again.
Oh my! It's like finding that one burnt out Christmas light.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of burnouts,
Sir Henry says that is tragically unfunny. While Juice says, "Hey, this is hilarious."
the duality of man, right there.
Hey, God damn it! I want a name. Came in with a $25 direct donation. Says Craig, you are just the best. I'm sure Dev is really thankful for the opportunity to hide his vile, insidious self behind your outstanding credit. You are the Tom Hanks to his U.S. government. P.S. Ask Kirsha what she thinks of Dev next time she's on. Uh-oh. Do we have friends who don't like each other?
I like her, but she doesn't like me.
Oh, okay.
It's like a year-old story at this point. I'll tell you sometime if you want.
Maybe we'll get her to beat you up. It'll be great.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Valkyrie came in also. Valkyria Winter came in with the $50 direct donation. Says first for the boobs. This was earlier. I'm sorry I missed this. Says second JT. Oh, hold on. Second JT. You can keep your top. You can keep your top on this time. Third, I really don't mind Dev at all. I turn off each time I hear his mouth move, but we'll always respect someone that will jump on and talk, which is always good no matter what. Skull. Thank you very much, Valkyrie. I greatly appreciate that. All right, let's go. Delta came in with the direct donation. Says, well, Craig, I'm grateful you have resistance to audience capture. You always have some people mad at you when you have Nick, Alex, DSP, or Devon. People should know that they can just skip that episode. Well, we that's the thing is we don't necessarily want people to skip when we have guests that they don't necessarily like or disagree with. We actually would very much like for them to come on and listen to them because, look, at the end of the day, I think that there are people make dumb mistakes. People make stupid things. Everybody does, right? What is it? To err is human, right? And as long as you own up to it, I think that's probably the biggest thing. People want accountability. I want accountability, right? So if people are willing to be accountable for their actions, then let them be accountable for their actions. So, all right, let's move on to from some banana bread here. All right, hey, guess what? It's time for my favorite segment. Your favorite segment, an hour and 4 minutes in the show. Everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Hard News. Yeehaw. All sorry. Another quick little one. There we go. Sorry, Blabs.
Are you okay?
I'm great, man. I'm having a good time today.
Do you need life alert?
Yeah, man. Need to get that life alert on. It's just ridiculous. All right, let's talk about this stuff, man. Did you guys know that there's the Xbox 360 store is shutting down? Did you guys know this? Smash, did you hear about this?
I did. I actually made a video about it a while back. It's finally come to. But
yes. Yep. On July 29th, the Xbox 360 digital marketplace is set to close forever. Before it goes, there is a big rush to sell as many fake items as they possibly can. So they have posted a big old list of some of the best deals you're going to have that you could have for your Xbox 360. This is from insider-gaming.com. They have several of the top big ones. You can get Skyrim for 85% off, Resident Evil 4 for 90% off, Bionic Commando, which, by the way, that game sucked. That was the remake for 90% off. Metro, Last Life, Metro 2033.
Great games. Metro are great games.
Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide, 95% off. That's pretty dang good. Just throwing it out there, you know. So if you guys want to go pick up some of your sweet Xbox 360 games, you can fire away. When was the last time you guys turned on your Xbox 360?
Jesus.
I know for me. Yeah, so it was last December. And the reason I know that is because I was making my video on the Skullgirls controversy, and I needed to see what the game looked like, the original version of the game back on the 360, because the company had actually they had disabled everyone's copies of it on older consoles because they wanted to have their new updated version be the only version. So I was like, is that true? I went back and it's like, no, yeah, it was gone. It was gone. Like the last time I played a game on the 360, though, it has to have been years.
I'll say this. They have a full list over on the Xbox, on Xbox.com of all the games, and there are some bangers on here. So if you do want to get out your Xbox 360 and download some games, now is your chance. Batman Arkham City, 75% off. Bionic Commando Rearmed, which is one of the best. I mean, I'm talking, that's one of the best download. That's like creme de la creme downloadable titles. Bionic Commando Rearmed is spectacular. And that's 90% off. So I certainly suggest at least checking it out. If you want to boot up your Xbox 360, multiple pages. I think everything here is available. Prototype 2. Man, remember Prototype? Those games were fun. Hey, Blabs, look at this. Lego Harry Potter. Years 5 to 7.
Yeah. I have like all the Legos.
Well, you could have got it for 75% off.
I have it like on Xbox. I have it on Wii. I think even Nintendo DS. So I think it's that.
I mean, for the Xbox 360, I haven't turned it on forever either. But man, those were great games for the time. Like, doing this makes me want to go turn it on.
I know.
Gotta dust it off.
Very much so. Very much so. And look, I mean, you have Strider. Strider was a phenomenal game. I got all that's the game. You know, there's always those games that you get like 99% through and then you don't beat the boss. That's one of those games for me that I got all the way to the boss and I was like, and then I lost and I didn't turn it on for whatever reason. And one day turns into 2 days, 2 days turns into a week, and then you totally forgot to play the game. But there's some bangers here.
Yeah, you know, the more I look at this list, the more I'm thinking like, how many of these games are smaller indie games that didn't get released anywhere else and now they'll just be lost if you haven't bought them already, you know?
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And that was truly the golden age of like downloadable titles. The Xbox 360 marketplace was phenomenal. So you can go pick up some games right now. Super cheap. Like, let's go to another quick hit here. As I'll tell you, this may be one of the best sponsorships I've ever seen, and brilliant when it comes to both the Domino tournament and Pizza Hut, as Pizza Hut UK has trolled Domino's by sponsoring the World Championship Domino tournament. So Pizza Hut is the official sponsor of Domino's here, which is absolutely brilliant stuff. I don't know if I've ever seen a more perfect sponsorship than that. You guys got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, how'd they fuck that up? Like, you think you want to jump on that immediately, you know?
I agree. I think that Domino's would be the first one on board to throw money down for that. You wonder if Pizza Hut approached the Domino's thing or if Domino's approached the Pizza Hut thing.
Oh, it's definitely Pizza Hut marketing
I think so too.
approaching them.
Yeah.
I would look at this as, if I was working at Domino's, as almost like a win-win, because it's giving Domino's free advertising attention, because people are like, oh, they're trolling Domino's, and everyone's talking about Domino's pizza right now, and they're not paying anything for it. So it's working out for both.
There's also been a history for, I think, about 10 years now of Pizza Hut just doing really strange advertisements in really weird places.
Were they the ones that sent it to outer space?
Did they?
I think
it doesn't surprise me.
did. I think they did. I need to check it.
So anyone who like watches anime or has been in the anime community knows that Pizza Hut has done weird anime spots for like 10 years now. I'll just post one example in the chat, like a recent one. I'll post it in the chat there if you want to look at it. But basically, like you'll be watching a random anime as you know, like a weeb, as an otaku, and you're just like looking at it. It's like, oh, why is there Pizza Hut in my anime? It happens pretty commonly now. It's very strange.
Well, have you ever been watching an anime and just got really hungry for crazy pizza? Now you know. Now you know right there. Good
My
stuff.
brother had a joke about pizza like a long time ago. It's like they keep finding ways to say it's a new pizza. It's like literally bread, tomato, and cheese, and they keep like putting it in different shapes. And they're like, "Oh, brand new pizza." It's the same thing.
Yep. This crust is different. All right.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, get on Pizza Hut.
This time. But it was Pizza Hut, first company in history to deliver pizza to residents living in outer space at the space station. So it was Pizza Hut for that as well.
Good on them.
Sounds amazing.
Well, I'll tell you, you know what else is amazing? This news out of Germany. Blabs is like, hey, I got a story we got to talk about. This is for the boys today. Blabs, lead us through this one.
So this is actually old, but I found it on Twitter. A German study claims that staring at boobs or touching boobs for 10 minutes will make you live longer. So men, go bother your significant other and be like, I need to stare at your boobs so I can live longer. Thank you.
So here's a few seconds of this just for you guys. There you go. Here's another. There you go. So listen, watching side scrollers is actually good for your health.
Yeah, you guys are all living longer now because the boobs on screen.
I mean, how do you get to be a participant in these studies is what I want to know.
Oh my God, that's true. Like, can you just be like, honk, honk? I feel better. Like, I don't get it.
Oh, I'm definitely going to live longer now. Let me try that one over there.
I agree with you, right? You go like, man, I don't know if it's 10 minutes. Maybe it's 15 minutes. Like I don't quite feel alive yet. Only portions of me do. But I'll tell you what, I think this is something that we can all get behind, male or female.
Well, there's a certain segment that would definitely hate on this, but we all know them. So carry on.
Chat, what they said 10 minutes here, right? 10 minutes here, which is good. By the way, great picture here. I mean,
it's one of those like don't go past 10 minutes or else it actually starts hurting you.
Right. Yeah, it's like
overdose.
Maybe it has to do your health. Right. All right. Just 10 minutes of staring at the charms of a well-endowed female every day is roughly the equivalent of a 30-minute aerobic workout. What?
That's nice. Way to go.
So don't work out. Just look at boobs. Yeah. That's all you gotta do.
Right. When
that's some aggressive looking.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, look, we do have breaking news of Blabs looking at him. There she is, right? There's Blabs just staring away.
I'm gonna live longer now. Yeah.
Oh man.
But it says when the two groups of men were tested, men that stared at the boobies daily had lower blood pressure, slowed resting pulse rates, as well as fewer instances of coronary artery disease.
The other men all died.
The other men all died.
Well, congratulations. Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. We believe that doing so consistently, the average man can extend his life for 4 to 5 years. Oh my god!
Wow, can you imagine?
Can you, Blabs?
I mean, I just can look down and I'll live longer. The rest of
Well,
you
that
have to go find your own.
That explains why women live longer than men. Right there. There you go.
I feel
Right
so
there.
good. You know? See, it's done. I live longer.
Congratulations, Blabs. Way to go. Good on Germany for finally doing something right. All right.
Rare German W.
Here we go. Yes. All right. Science. What's that from?
Science rules.
Science.
Yeah,
What's the code?
science.
Thanks,
Breaking
Bill
Bad.
Nye.
Hey, that's some science I can follow right there. I'll tell you that much. That's good stuff. All right, gentlemen, one of the biggest trends in the world of entertainment over the last few years has been, and I think it actually started with Disney, is the popcorn bucket. We've seen Disney create a phenomenon around selling popcorn buckets at their parks. They're just literally buckets to pull popcorn out of. And we've seen various popcorn buckets when it comes to movies. We saw the Dune popcorn bucket, which, my oh my, that was interesting. You recall that? We saw the Deadpool popcorn bucket, which was Wolverine and the big old mouth.
My son has the Ghostbusters, which is their car where the top opens up and you can have all the popcorn inside of their station wagon.
Nice.
And it lights up too. It's pretty cool.
Well, we have a new popcorn bucket from Alien Romulus. Have you seen this? You guys seen this yet?
Not yet.
Oh, but we'll be ready to feast your eyes on the Alien Romulus popcorn bucket. Here we are. Let's check it out. Look at that. There we go. We got the whole thing. Where do you put the popcorn? Where do you think you put it?
Oh, the head totally opens up, right?
Yeah. The top of the head.
Boom, right there.
Oh, there. I
Oh.
thought the whole thing opened up.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too. That's what I was thinking.
Man, you gotta like stick your arm down into it to get all the popcorn at the back, though.
Yeah, how does that work? There must be like a division or
what?
something where it's just an
They should have
actual
had
box.
They should have had a tray where the mouth opens up and a little alien comes out with the popcorn.
With popcorn.
Yeah.
I'm with you, man. That's next level engineering right there, Smash, and I appreciate that. Yeah.
Right.
I do think that, like, if this is one of those things that you have unlimited refills, okay, right? But the popcorn to bucket ratio is dramatically off here. I think that you'd be better just to get the giant $15 refillable all-you-can-eat butter popcorn than the Alien Romulus. You know, like,
True.
I think you probably get maybe a third of the popcorn.
In defense of that, we belong to the AMC Gold members, whatever, and they give us a free large refill on top of the large. We can't even make it through. My family of 4 can't make it through one large. So it's like, this is the perfect amount for someone to sit and eat.
Well, see, Smash, you have what you have something called what is it? Oh, self-control that most people don't.
No. I'm usually eating like burgers, candy. I mean, everything else. I fill up on all that other stuff. That's why I have zero self-control when it comes to the
you know
movies.
what's funny though? When I saw this this new popcorn bucket, I was instantly reminded of the Acolyte because it's been so, present right now. But don't you think the helmet is a ripoff of the Alien?
Oh yeah, kind of.
And I don't know what to think of that. What's that?
So
What's that,
obviously
Smash?
Star Wars Acolyte is copying the Alien.
It's
not
the teeth of
Alien.
the alien mixed with Iron Man's eyes.
Right? Like
yeah.
it kind of looks a bit like the Alien, and I'm like, huh. So when I saw that, and then I saw a popcorn bucket, I was like, oh, look at that. Star Wars copying somebody else. Okay, anyway. Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
those
There we
memes
go.
of like what they can see out the eye, the visor.
Oh, yeah,
Or
it's
is
like
it like a little
nothing.
slit? Yeah.
Yeah.
So my problem with the whole alien popcorn bucket thing is when you have it sitting there, assuming that the entire thing's hollow, it feels like you'd have to reach your whole arm in to grab the popcorn at the back. And if you're pouring butter in there and like I don't know how you're gonna wash it, get it all over your arms, it's gonna be awful.
See, people say you're not logical, Dev, and I think there's tremendous logic in what you said. Like
Every once in a while, yes.
it's a germy, gross thing right there. You know, like it's I don't know. It looks very, very cool, but I'd rather just buy a giant alien head than something that is I can put popcorn in. You know, and you could argue that it's so much more than a popcorn head. You can put all sorts of things in it. You know, but
yeah.
So there you go. It's
Actually,
peanut
what
M&Ms.
do you want to hide in there?
Yeah, what are you hiding in there, Craig? You got your weed or something?
The weed man.
Banana bread. Banana bread.
Yeah, but-
Yeah, banana bread.
is weed still illegal where you guys live?
Yep.
It's totally
no.
legal here, man. Totally legal here. Canada. That's how it is. Everyone's
You know,
hiding
I've never actually smoked weed in my entire life. Fun fact.
Me neither.
And I live in Southern California, by the way.
Oh my god.
Yes. You know,
Man,
question
the-
for the chat.
Oh.
I was gonna say question for the chat. How many of you have partaken in the Kush? Just curious. Just wondering.
Drugs are for squares. Absolutely.
Listen, if there's one thing I learned from playing video games, it's that winners don't use drugs. All right.
That's right.
I grew up
Was
in the
that
90s.
Turtles?
That's right.
It's in front of all the arcade games.
Was
you
it?
know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
remember
the
the
Dare
Turtles.
campaign, man.
Yeah.
It was,
Mhm.
anti-drug shit was everywhere in the 90s.
I saw a
remember
kid
it
with
too.
a Dare shirt on the other day. I was like, oh my God. It was like a kid too. I was like, is that still a thing? Dare?
I don't think so. It has to be. There's got to be like ironic now, right? Like
That's what I was
Zoomers
wondering.
making
I
fun
was
of the
like-
90s. Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly
I
what I
had
was
Dare
like,
as
is
a
this
kid.
real?
And I was a '96 baby, so.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Maybe it was still around in the 2000s then.
Mm-hmm.
Dare
Dare.
always annoyed me because I was always like one of those very square kids. I'm like, I don't do that's not me. I don't need to be indoctrinated in this don't do drugs skip. I'm already not doing that. And I felt like it was just like hammering me over the head. I'm like, I get it. Jesus. Stop.
Oh wait, do you guys recall the old Dare commercials? There was one where like the drug dealer turns into a snake and tries to eat the kid he's given drugs to.
Well, and there's the iconic the egg. The egg on the
yeah, your brain on
this is
drugs.
your brain.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is your
yeah.
brain on drugs. Yeah. For
Well,
sure.
My
I
brother
have
used
made
to
a
have one of
poll
those
for you.
posters. What's that?
What's that, Vlad?
But I've made a poll for you, Craig. Have
Oh,
you
good.
partaken with the Kush? And we
Oh,
have
great.
more people saying yes than no.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay, hold on.
51%. About half and half. As Dev's gonna cast his vote.
Since
right, cool, just don't run.
Since Blaz had, you haven't seen this clip. It's 30 seconds long. You should check it out.
All right,
It's
let's see
safe
what
for
we
the
got.
stream. It's fine. It's safe for the stream.
Okay. Okay. So as long as we're not going to get hit by anything, that's fine. Okay. We have the. And by the way, somehow we got here talking about an alien popcorn bucket, but here we are, the Snake anti-drug public service announcement from November 29th, 1989. All right. Be ready to pee your pants a little bit, Blabs. Let's check it out.
Hey, little dude, send your mama and daddy out of the room. I gotta get.
There's no way this is real. That sounds tremendously overdubbed. I'm gonna throw.
I wonder,
I'm calling BS
like,
on it now.
what would a DEI team do to this commercial today?
You know, they would probably praise it. There's great representation.
Look at all this inclusivity.
Yes, it's extremely collective environment. Here we go. Let's check that out.
Get you up on this. You know who I am, Snake. Dealing in weed, coke, crack, your choice. Take one hit and you'll do anything to cop more. Steal from your mama, lie, cheat on your homeboys. But hey, that's the price you pay when you deal with dudes like me. Now, some folks will tell you that I'm dealing in poison. But hey, do I look like the kind of guy that would do that to a kid like you? Yes.
What?
Holy
I'm scared for that.
nightmare
like-
fuel.
So they played this during Saturday morning cartoons. It's like imagine you're like 6 or 7 years old and you're watching your cartoons and this commercial comes up. Like you'd be shitting bricks, man.
I mean, we're a tougher generation growing up with that stuff. They don't do that anymore to kids.
Holy
scare 'em straight,
moly.
you know?
Exactly.
You're right. You're right, man. That like I
It was a
remember
Wild West
this
back
one.
then.
Man, better days. Better days. I'll tell you this right. Here we go. This is the one I remember. Blabs, do you remember this one right here?
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
I mean,
Gets to the
brilliant.
point.
One take.
I mean, I feel like a cooked egg is far more delicious than a raw egg. What's it trying to tell me here?
I think what he's
Am I
trying to
reading
tell
this
you.
wrong?
Which one's more nutritious?
Yeah. You get
I think what
salmonella if I don't do that. I mean, maybe I need drugs. What's going on here?
Smash, I think he's trying to tell you that right now there's an alien Romulus popcorn bucket available. Somehow that's how we got there. So
here, I'll put one more in the chat because this is the one that I remember seeing the most, and it has
All
probably
right.
the most quotable lines out of this entire thing.
All right, let's go one last drug. Oh yeah, absolutely. This one is brilliant right here. Yeah. All right, this is the last one we'll watch of the old school drug PSAs. And yes, this one hit hard for me because I couldn't imagine being this kid talking to his dad.
It's yours?
No,
My mother said she found it in your closet.
I don't know. One of the guys must
Must have what?
Look, Dad, it's
Where
not.
did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
you all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Look at that.
I learned it from watching you. Oh my god!
Face of realization and disappointment. By the way,
Ice cold.
I think that we age better now. I'm just gonna throw it out right now. Like this guy, like Smash. I think you look a little bit better than this guy. This guy's probably in his mid 30s at the time, right? And he looks like he's been in the 80s. He went through.
I mean, they went through some shit back then. I mean,
yeah. Well, also, I recall reading into this. There was a lot more smoking and a lot more drinking of soft drinks instead of water. Like people would just they wouldn't drink water. Now people drink water all the time, but they would just have coffee, or they'd have tea, or they'd have juice, or whatever, whenever they're thirsty. And I look at pictures from back then, and it's like high schoolers look like they're fucking 25.
I mean, they used to.
It's like, oh my god,
they used to smoke on airplanes and have ashtrays on airplanes where it's it doesn't go anywhere. I mean, there are filters, but are you kidding me?
But somehow they live longer. Somehow they live longer, more fulfilling lives, which is great.
Well, the economy wasn't in shambles, so they had that going for them.
And also, our generation's fatter. They were thinner. They were just less healthy in a different way. Yeah.
Man, are we fat? We are so fat. It's crazy. All right. Speaking of fat, this is fat with a PH. Let's move on to another crossover here. You guys into wrestling? You guys into the wrestling? You guys like the wrestling?
It's been a hot minute.
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't looked into anything wrestling related since I was a kid, to be honest.
Well, then we're just going to floss over this one real quick because we mentioned this earlier this week, but there's a crossover between Call of Duty and WWE happening. And one of the top wrestlers, the female wrestlers in WWE, is a character named Rhea Ripley, and she is going to be Rhea.
I always heard Rhea.
Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
It's like Rhea. I don't know. I think it's Rhea Ripley. That's how I've always
heard Rhea Ripley.
Well, either way, regardless, tomato, Rhea. Here we go. We have this crossover, just a quick 8-second glimpse here of what she'll look like in Call of Duty. I'm going to pull this down because there you go. Starts with a sledgehammer, grabs the gun, and just busts a cap. So there you go. This is what we got here. Rhea Ripley running around. By the way, not very war appropriate attire, I would say, as we look at her model here. But hey, why not?
I mean, Craig, take a step back. You already know what they're doing here. You know what it is. This is they see the success of Fortnite, and they're trying to implement that in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
it's a copycat world. That's what they're doing.
We've discussed this many a times about how Call of Duty is in this state of they're having an identity crisis right now, where Call of Duty has lost its way, but it is what it is. It's killing
My problem with Call of Duty. I'm going to sound such like a boomer right now, so my apologies in advance to the Call of Duty fans in the crowd. It's kind of, I look at it like Madden, where I'm like, I got one Madden, I got them all. If I want to play a Madden game with my buddies, I'll put in Madden 05. It's still football to me. It's still fun. The graphics are good enough. It's the same thing with Call of Duty. It's like, what more can you do to it? It's been perfected 10 years ago. I guess the active player base is the only thing that really keeps it going. But like Black Ops 2 was to me peak Call of Duty. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I hear you, man. I hear you on that. You know, Black Ops 2, it was, I think if you were to rank Call of Duties, that's probably top 1 or 2 for most people. I mean, that was spectacular back in the day. Let's go and move on to another quick hit here. Once again, we see all your super chats, all your direct donations, all your Rumble rants, and we'll read every single one of them, assuming they're relevant to today's conversation. We have a release today, guys, look, I love the Karate Kid. I love the Karate Kid. I've loved Cobra Kai. And they announced that Cobra Kai season 6 will be their last season. They did not announce that it was going to be split up into 2 parts. But today, they have released season 6, part 1 of Cobra Kai. It is now on Netflix. You can see everything that's happened. If you were to go back to, have you guys followed this show at all?
Oh my God, I love it. I am so addicted to it. I'm hyped. I'm so hyped.
It's actually on my short list. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I do want to watch it though.
It's so good. It's such junk food, great TV. Like it's great junk food TV. Would you agree, Craig? Blabs?
Yes. Blabs, have you seen Cobra Kai?
No, I don't have Netflix anymore.
Blabs.
Good choice,
Blabs.
to be honest.
I just re-upped Netflix for my wife.
No, it's because they changed the stupid password sharing, so I got
No. That's the thing here. I had to buy it, sorry, because they changed it. But like I watch it with my wife, and it is a great show for not just dudes, but girls as well. Like it's a great show for both. It's awesome.
Well, I'll tell you this. Yeah, okay. As pointed out, Musashik says 3 parts, correct? I didn't know they're doing 3 parts.
Oh,
God.
3? Damn it.
Wait, really? I thought it was just 2.
Well, if that's the case, either way, it's more than 1 part, which I don't like. Right? I should be loving this from beginning to end, binge watching it today and going. But I am excited to see how they finish this. So more or less, we have like 3 little seasons left. I think this is going to be an 18. I think they're releasing 6 episodes apiece, 3 in 3 parts. So I'll be binge watching this over the next couple of days and getting into this. I'll give you guys my full review over Cobra Kai if you guys want.
It'll take us right into hopefully Wednesday. We'll come out before October, and then we'll have 2 amazing shows to keep up with.
Wednesday was great. I like the first season.
Yeah, didn't they drop the dude, the main dude? So that'll be interesting to see how that continues.
From Wednesday?
Yeah, from Wednesday show. The main dude with the long hair, so somewhat love interest, he apparently was fired from what I read.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't really care. It was more, he's replaceable. The one who's not is the girl who plays Wednesday. Yeah.
Is she the same girl that plays in Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I just saw that trailer earlier today. I was like, that looks like Wednesday.
Yep. Exactly. And she plays that really good, like goth dead girl.
Perfect. She is so perfect for it.
Yep. They hired her for Beetlejuice and like, well, just be Wednesday. It's like, okay. All right, Bob, if you wanted to talk about this, we have your idol, J.K. Rowling.
You said her name right. Oh, I'm so proud. It only took 43 years of life.
I'm learning. Tell us about this. What's going on in this situation here, Blab?
She's just roasting people left and right, and I absolutely love it. So somebody tweeted out saying, "I'm sick and tired of J.K. Rowling. Who the fuck does she think she is? She just nukes this person to orbit, saying, I think I'm J.K. Rowling. Who the fuck are you?" I love it. That's the kind of energy we need. It's beautiful.
Just the idea.
Everyone's just harassing her left and right for protecting women's rights.
And she cut out the name. So she doesn't even give her a call out.
Well, yeah, because then
that's what the person wants. So she gets the perfect own, and the person gets nothing.
Well, then that person also would get like a shit ton of harassment, and she's also protecting that person too. So I just thought it was hilarious. It's like nice win.
Nice. All right, let's. We got a couple more quick hits here before we get. And I'm trying to fly through these. We spent a lot of time talking about Dev to start the show. Way to go, Dev.
That seems to happen every time I'm here, to be honest.
I know.
It's always a longer show.
I know. But let's go and quick hit our way through all this nonsense here. The Boys has been a crazy show. It started off really popular season 1, and it's kind of, as the show's gone on, it's gotten like really kind of weird. And I would say it's, there have been a lot of similarities. People say, oh, it's more or less their take on Trumpism and all this stuff, whatever. But they just released the finale for season 4 today. Actually, I saw World Class Bullshitters was going to watch that. I have not followed it, but apparently it's kind of gotten nuts, right? But given everything that happened on Saturday, a disclaimer has had to be added to the show, to the final episode. It says a disclaimer has been added to The Boys season 4 finale, saying the episode contains fictional political violence. The episode was originally titled Assassination Run.
Awkward.
Yeah, that's pretty awkward.
Go ahead. You got this.
Here's the statement. They said the season finale of The Boys contains scenes of fictional political violence, which some viewers may find disturbing, especially in light of the injuries and tragic loss of the life sustained during the assassination attempt on former President Trump. The Boys is a fictitious series that was filmed in 2023, and any scene or plotline similarities to these real-world events are coincidental and unintentional. Amazon, Sony Pictures Television, and the producers of The Boys reject in the strongest terms real-world violence of any kind. So there we go.
Let me just real quick just say, I loved The Boys leading up to this season, and I was just so busy with everything else I didn't get around to watching it. And then I started seeing on my timeline, everyone's like, it went woke, it's bad, it's crap, it's woke crap now. All the people, they're diving into like the people making it and how left-leaning they all are and how it's has an agenda to push, and how it's very interesting that some people are speculating that these people are so psychotic that they came up with this idea of assassination for what's going on in society right now before it happened, hoping that it would transpire in real life. And it didn't even get to that episode yet. And it is. And it's like they were trying to push it propaganda with this show, which is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what's going on here.
I don't know either. I'm just
I mean, they do this for all types of like disclaimers. They did it with Stranger Things when there was that shooting, right? And then that was that one episode that was filmed way in advance, just ironically, and a bunch of kids died in there. So,
by the way, Blabs, that's super annoying to me because I feel like it's a huge freaking spoiler of what's about to happen in the episode before you even watch it. I'm like, I don't need this trigger warning. Like, I'm a grown ass adult.
There is no winning when these kind of events happen in real life, because then people just start attacking the show left and right. So I can see why they do it. I mean, they do it for video games since how many years now? This to me is kind of a nothing burger, really. This is just them trying to cover their own asses and make sure that people understand that it wasn't filmed after July 13th, put together and then produced and like released out there. Because there are people out there who will think that they filmed everything, wrote the script, everything in a matter of like 48 hours and release it. They're that stupid that they actually have those people in the world. So I just see it as a cover up.
Let me go ahead and read this. I actually want to read the discussing film review of this season. There's actually a paragraph here, kind of based off what Smash was saying. Dev's like, I don't know, but this is what they said. They said The Boys has always been topical, yet this season feels the most explicit in how it invokes its political inspirations. Homelander morphs into a direct Donald Trump pastiche. New Voight recruit Firecracker quotes QAnon slogans practically word for word. After 8 years of Trump analogs, all of this runs the risk of feeling rote. But the final stretch of the season marries the thematic material with the narrative in a way that makes its intentions much clearer and sets up a story. Sets up a future story that cannot just live on quoting the news. The Boys finds a more potent use of its celebrity-focused satire here as well. For example, the public condemnation of Annie January, aka Starlight, seems invoke the online abuse faced by Amber Heard following the infamous Johnny Depp trial. Although this subplot isn't a priority this season, it does complement the general shift in this world towards a shamed evil. So, it's not just you, Smash, or the people who watch it who have noticed this. This seems to be a reoccurring theme across the board. But it is interesting that they had to put, based off of things that happened, they're like, oh, you're right, Blabs. They are covering their butts in this situation.
And it's been happening for like over a decade. So it's nothing really all that new, but they're just being proactive.
Yeah.
On their
Longer than that, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure you guys recall, well, maybe not you, Blabs, but back when 9/11 happened. Well, you're just too young. Back when 9/11 happened, like how did America treat certain topics in the couple of years after 9/11?
Well, there was that whole episode for Friends. See, I was around. I remember.
Okay, but yeah, fair enough. But yeah,
the episode of Friends was like completely scrubbed.
Yep. Like shit like this happened before, where like a big event happens, and
I don't know that either.
Yeah, there was an episode about Friends. It was Monica and Chandler, I think, on their honeymoon or whatever it was, and they were joking about like a bomb. There was some type of joke about a bomb on an airplane, and that was completely scrubbed because of 9/11.
Yep.
Huh.
There were several.
They released it on DVDs later on, but that was never actually aired. It's like a deleted scene. Yeah, happened.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I didn't know that.
I know stuff.
Nothing annoys me more after 9/11 than the increase in airport security. I'm like, I'd rather take the risk and just be able to walk through because, God, it's annoying to get on an airplane.
No, I'd rather live, I'll be honest.
But I feel like everyone's living in fear with everything. And it's like, they're not going to stop anything anyways. If someone wants to get through, they're going to get through. Can I just get on my airplane?
I disagree with that. They've stopped
that's actually very interesting. I would love to see the number of things that TSA has prevented since the TSA became the TSA in 2001. Do they have any data that reflects, the number of tragedies prevented and number of whatever that has not been put on an airplane because of this? I'm just curious,
right.
But who knows? It's neither here nor there. Yeah, I actually do have this pulled up from Collider. Says talking about Friends changed one of the episodes after 9/11. Yeah. Prince had to rework an episode in season 8 due to a joke from Chandler that was deemed insensitive due to the 9/11 tragedy. And I think that's bringing it back to the story.
But it was before 9/11 happened.
No. No.
Season 8. When was season 8?
So Friends was released in 1994. That's season 1. So season 8 was basically like 2001, 2002.
Yeah, probably right about that time.
9/11 was 2001.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So did they film
it was 2002.
They filmed it
was
before,
2002.
and then they removed the scene.
But that's my point. Is people are they're like, oh, it's deemed insensitive because of what happened. It's like this happened before that happened. So how can you go back in time and get mad at them and delete history?
Well, that's not what was the case for Friends, though. They just removed it in case of people getting triggered and upset about it. They didn't want to have any backlash, so they just removed it.
And also with the Spider-Man movies of that era as well.
Yes, the trailer.
Yep, they took that out. There was like a Twin Tower scene, and that was completely scrapped from the movie. Yeah,
I think this is right here. These two words are important here. The idea that some may deem it insensitive, right? Like I think that's really due to the and they say that like you may deem this, you may feel this is insensitive. I feel like that's really all you need to say. Some viewers may see this as insensitive, given, we understand what happened. This, but this may be insensitive given things are, but you need to understand. And that's more or less what's happening here with, with the boys as well. And I do think that's really what they need to say. This is a longer statement. And if you just say, hey, like some people may see this as insensitive right now. This was filmed in 2023, whatever. And, sorry.
It's a drama. Like
I also feel like that's a major spoiler to let everyone know exactly what's happening in the episode before you even watch it.
I mean, that's true, but also the name of the episode is Assassination Run. So
right, but that doesn't mean it's going to be like.
Yeah, I get your point. Yeah.
Like I get your point too. Yeah.
I will say this. I do think that when it comes to, I lost my train of thought. Never mind.
Well, how many people actually read disclaimers, right? Like, how many people actually read them before, like, watching a movie or show? It's honestly not that many. So most people just gloss right over it and just continue watching.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone likes to harp on trigger warnings, and with good reason. They're kind of annoying, right? But do you guys remember the trigger warnings that came at the beginning of horror games? I'll quickly grab one. This will be a quick side tangent. I'll just post one.
Sure. The earliest
Here.
warning I remember being on a game was Splatterhouse.
For me, it was Resident Evil.
Yeah, for me, it was Splatterhouse in the 90s. And I remember them being like, this contains blood and gore. It's for kids 13 and up or something along those lines. And that was the first one I remember seeing.
Yeah, I recall seeing these and I'm like, man, this goes hard. Like, this is awesome. This isn't like some lame stuff about how you might get triggered. This looks like it's going to be a fun time when you see this warning, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's the and going on with that, I actually do. And here's where I was going with this was I actually think the season finale of The Boys will probably be its most watched episode because of this warning. So.
Yeah, very possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing with The Boys is, I know people are saying it's going woke and it's getting political. I mean, it always had that bent to it from the very beginning. Like, Homelander is supposed to be America personified, and he's this egotistical villain. Like, they're clearly saying something there from season 1, and I don't mind that. I can watch like a lefty political show as long as it's good.
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's good. The issue is that it just didn't. Like, as time went on, it seems like the writers got more deranged or something happened.
Weirder and weird. It's almost like, how weird can we make it? How gross can it get? That's one of the actual, to the point of the horror stuff we're talking about. One of the biggest annoyances I have with horror movies and horror games is, instead of actually being scary and insidious and jump scares, it just gets gross and really gross and more disgusting. I'm like, that's not scary. That's just gross and weird. Like, why is it's not scary?
You talking about that scene in season 3 where like that one superhero who could change his size would like shrink down and walk inside of a guy's penis?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think that was gross. I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah.
Craig is
that wasn't the part I was thinking of. But yeah,
okay. Didn't quite make it there. I'll tell you that.
Well, you missed a great scene, to be honest.
Sounds awesome.
but yeah, like it's a show that clearly has political content, and it did it well. It just started doing it worse, and then started being more like overt and cartoonish, and like it was, you idiots don't get it. We're talking about Republicans here, and like beating you over the head with it, and it just got annoying, you know?
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to this last story here. There's a lot that we missed today, but like I said, we spent a lot of time talking with Dev. We're going to get to your super chats. By the way, we're going to do a square up of all super chats, 5 and under. We'll read everything above, but everything that is below essentially $10, we'll do that another time. All right. But we do want to say thank you very much for all your support. But in the interest of everybody's time, I want to make sure that we're there. But we just want to let you know we cannot do the show without you guys. We genuinely appreciate any and all support you guys, whether it's you guys showing up and just watching the show and tuning in, letting a friend know, or your support through direct donation, super chats, Rumble rants, whatever. So anything under 10, we will hold off for another time. Thank you guys very much for your support. With that said, let's move on to our last story here, which, look, we've talked about this show once or twice on our show, but the Lolcow podcast. And the reason we talked about it last week was Boogie 2988. We've had him on the show. I've met him once in person. You know, he is what it is, right? He's grasping for all sorts of relevancy at this point. And the big news out of this was, he's obviously been around for a long time. He's got 3 million subscribers, blah, 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 right? But he's on this new show, or this newest show. It's been around for, I guess, about a year or so. And Keemstar is the guy behind it. And man, oh man, is this show developing all sorts of insane drama. So the biggest thing with Boogie, excuse me, was last week he was confronted about a fake cancer diagnosis. He had been saying he had cancer for the last 2 years. He did this crypto scheme, which was he did it to pay. He was paid $10,000. And the idea was he needed that money to pay for his cancer treatments. Right. So last week he was confronted over it. They said, hey, we'll give you the equivalent of, I think it was like $75,000 to more or less show proof that you have cancer. And he said no. And a lot of people were like, that doesn't sit well. It doesn't pass the sniff test. Well, last night, Boogie was back on the internet after saying he's going to quit, as always, because the carrot's always there. And he was on. Now, Dev, you watched this as it happened, correct?
Yep, I was watching it last night.
And I did not want to talk about this today, but, why not, right?
Just for fun? Why not?
Just for funsy. So last night, this is the clip that's being passed around right now. This is the last little bit of it, from what I understand. Destiny, who, as we know, is a giant piece of shit and a worthless human being, was on the show with another giant piece of shit and a worthless human being, calling him on it. And when one giant piece of shit gets called on things, the other giant piece of shit is happy, and the one who gets called on it gets up and grabs a knife. So here we go. This is what happened last night on their show.
He's like, I got this cancer, bro. Now I can fucking make tons of views, and I can fucking
like imagine like after googling knives. Do not do anything with that knife. No.
No, he wants me to. He told me to, right?
No.
Oh, this is so much better than a sandwich
right now.
So at this point, from what I understand, Destiny was like, well, why don't you just get some razor blades and save yourself some time? Because Boogie was talking about drinking diet sodas or something. And that immediately went to, okay, you're going to die. So Boogie then gets a knife. And here it is.
Ow.
How much better than eating a sandwich, Destiny?
Put that away right
You
now.
fucking piece of shit.
Okay. All right.
So
I think I give Boogie way too much credit, and everyone gets mad at me for this. But I almost feel like he's the ultimate showman. Like, he will always do things like this to get people talking about him. As degenerate as it is and as awful as it is, it's like, here we are talking about him again. Here it is. And it's the same thing with Destiny. It's like just going to the extremes with stuff to make people keep headlining and keep talking about you. And in a way, not to give him credit, but it's kind of genius. It is, from that perspective. It's psycho, it's unhinged, but it's here we are talking about him.
Well, this is the Lolcow podcast at the end of the day, right? That's exactly what it is. So now, Dev, you were watching this, and you said after this, so Boogie gets booted. Keem ends the show, I guess, but this is not where it all ends. You said
it is not. It's not. Do you want me to give you like the full story?
Please.
Okay, so 2 days ago, they did another stream where Boogie came back, and there was nothing really going on in there. Boogie apologized, but didn't really apologize. He didn't really cop to anything. Then he does this stream yesterday, sorry. And on this stream, if the first half of it, like I have the whole thing up here, the first half of it is just Boogie saying, I completely apologize. I actually just completely fucked up. He was doing the apology thing. However, Destiny comes on halfway through and starts talking to him. And as they go back and forth with some of the information they have, Keemstar realizes Boogie has lied again and left something out of his apology. Like he apologized and seemed quite sincere, but he lied once again. And like that's kind of like a 5-minute like technical medical conversation that probably isn't that interesting to watch. But then they argue back and forth, and Boogie's really pissed because Destiny has destroyed him again. And then eventually one of the Keemstar fires him from the show and says, you're fired, get out of here. But it says, but you can have a path to come back if you can, like, there's certain stipulations about what you have to do to come back to the show. And one of them is don't drink Mountain Dew anymore, because it turns out that some of the various chemicals specifically in Mountain Dew was massively fucking Boogie up, and it was leading to a lot of his health problems. So you have to be free of Mountain Dew or else you can't come back. And then like Boogie started arguing about like, well, there was some weird back and forth about the actual specific carcinogens in Mountain Dew. And then Destiny basically just said, well, listen, if you're going to fucking kill yourself, who cares at this point? Because Destiny is like, he's just going ham on everyone right now. And that's when the knife thing happens. However, after that, Keemstar leaves the call. As you just saw, he leaves the call. He says, I can't show this. Obviously, I can't show what's about to happen. I'm leaving the call. It's the end of the show. However, Destiny was also streaming on his channel, and he since deleted the VOD, but there's a guy I know named Larix. He's like a drama channel. He archived 2 clips from that VOD, and that link is the 2 clips if you want to watch them.
Okay.
This is what Boogie said after Keemstar left.
All right, let's see what we got here. So he doesn't realize he's still live.
Yeah, Boogie doesn't know he's still alive. He thinks that everything's offline now.
Okay.
So it's this one and then the one replying to it.
No.
This is someone's standing eating
Put
a
that
sandwich.
away right now.
Someone's standing eating a sandwich, Destiny.
Put that away
You
right
fucking
now.
Piece of shit.
Yep.
What
So
else?
he thinks he's offline.
Is your real name not even Boogie?
Yeah,
I think it has to be the.
That's a nickname.
You're this socially adept at this. You just.
Okay. So and then there's one below. Yeah.
Yep. This one here.
Okay.
Only when I'm stripping.
Liar. Good show.
Okay, have fun, guys. Good luck. Except for you, Boogie. You are a manipulative, horrible human being. I hope people around you realize it.
So yeah, Boogie doing the "I'm gonna kill myself," playing it up with the knife on show, and then less than a minute later, he's like, "Good show, guys." I think that says it all right there.
I think it says a lot. I can't take a word that any of these people say seriously, like at all. I would, man, golly, I don't even know where to go with this. Like, what a piece of shit. All these people are just like, the show is perfect. It is the lowest form of the internet. Boogie is the lowest of the low. Destiny is right there with them. And these people deserve each other. That's it. They deserve each other. Let them have each other.
Well, I mean, it's working. I mean, it's getting attention, it's garnering views, and it's growing, but it's also giving a platform to people like Destiny that it's like, is this really what we want to be doing? Is this, I mean, if it's what the audience is watching, then I guess it is, but
yeah. And also Destiny's large enough to have his own platform, whether you platform him or not,
He should
I'm mostly on board with you guys. Like, I definitely disagree with what he said, but I've also seen like more of his work and seen when he's been good. So like, I get it. But yeah, for him to like come on the show, a few days after his own controversy and blow Boogie out again, it seems like he's a guy of like peaks and valleys.
What's amazing here is when you look at their channel. It has 53,000 subscribers, right? But there are nights where, like last night's episode has 110,000 views on it, right? Like, good for them. It's so short-sighted though, kind of like what they're doing, their content, at least in my opinion. And so last night's stream had 215,000 views, right? Keem is just squeezing these guys for every ounce, for every nickel that he can possibly get out of it, out of them. And he's like, that's the thing that people don't realize about this. He's the one making all the money on this. Like, and yeah, well, it is what it is. So
yeah, from his perspective, it's genius. And
yeah,
it's keeping Boogie relevant, honestly. And Boogie knows that, because without Lowell Podcast, he'd be, who would care about him anymore? Like, that's kind of, I think, what he's looking at. This is, you saw we all saw the documentary, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So Boogie tried to make it in the real world, and he's just not meant for a real job. So I think he knows that he needs to cling to what works for him on YouTube, and it's this, for what it's worth. And I mean, like I said, it's working for him, so I can't argue.
For reference, their show last night made $3,400 on super chats.
Wow,
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty freaking good. Yeah.
And they don't split that between all the participants. That just goes to Keem.
No way.
Keem pays Boogie and Wings as co-hosts.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so they do get paid. Okay.
Right. Yeah, they get paid. But
there'd be no way they'd go on there with all that money. And
Boogie would. Boogie would do it for nothing just to stay relevant, I bet.
Yeah, but he'd get no money out of it.
Yeah, but I don't think Boogie's already struggling for money. He's not like, he's terrible with money anyways. So I don't think that's not how he thinks. He's not like, oh, I need to do this to make money to pay my bills. I think he looks at it like, I need to do this to stay relevant.
Oh, certainly.
It's possible.
Well,
yeah.
Maybe we should just not talk about him ever.
Until the next time.
Until next time. All right. Okay, we do have some. Speaking of super chats, thank you guys. Hopefully, we can generate $3,400 from a show. That'd be really good. Let's go read off some of these super chats, Blaz. Once again, we're going to do a square up on everything under $10 another time. So
Except for locals, because then I'll lose these forever. So locals side, which by the way, you guys should always be on locals. Just G sent $1 tip saying Craig the plumber laying the pipe like any normal man. ... Then he also sent another tip saying, no worries, Dev, it could always be worse. And then just G sent a $5 tip saying gaming subject flip, Sonic or Mega Man, which do you all like more? Go.
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
And then just G sent another one, and it's a gif of "This is your brain on drugs?" questions. So thank you for that, Just G. That was $12 from Just G. One time at Bandcamp says, "Smash! Oh hey, I didn't see you come in here. You were critical of the Real Game Awards. Now you're all in. Did Craig give you a ride on his Ferrari? Maybe donate $10K. LOL. Also, Craig still believes Tommy is Steve's cousin."
Steven Tyler, right? Isn't that the idea?
I mean,
I don't know.
He, as far as I understand, he is. Like, if you look into the history, they changed the last name and stuff like that. But yeah. I actually, we talked about this in the pre-show. I don't want to dive into it too far, but like, people are allowed to change their mind on things when new information is introduced, and you can decide based off of the information available to you. It's so weird to me to be like, oh, here's a gotcha moment because you said what he was doing was bad, and now you're saying it's not. Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guilty.
Maybe one day we'll do a Tommy Tallarico thing where all the people who are like the amico, like we can actually talk about that. That'd be fun. Maybe we do it next week. What's that?
Get Tommy on.
I bet. You know what? I bet I could.
Oh
but
my God.
I also don't think
There's no way. There's no way.
I don't know.
The guy disappeared.
We'll see. We'll see.
Nathan says the chat does realize that the left woke doesn't use Gen 6 to try and dehumanize their political enemies. They would absolutely use it as an excuse if the blowback to them hadn't been so bad. Thank you, Nathan. Asmogan says last and only super chat I make on anything Dev appears in. What does his opinion on Gen 6 matter? Now we're down the road. You're sorry only for tweeting it, not thinking it, or witch hunting an innocent firefighter.
Thank you very much.
That is true. I'm not sorry for looking into things, just sorry for how I did it. Yes. I'm always going to be like a digger. That's just how I am.
Red Striders.
A digger. D. You know?
Red Striders says passing through someone's socials is something we can only do in the modern day, and it puts people in the mindset to look for it. It ruins a man's heroic last moments, and we need to be very careful. Thank you for that. Deadpool Kid says, although people have always said vile things and made vile jokes, the important thing to remember is this. A daughter lost her father, and to her, he was a hero. Dev always remembers someone is grieving.
Yeah, I agree with that. There is a time and place for edgy jokes, and it's not right after it happened.
Zerg says, this isn't like Rittenhouse shooting and hitting someone, just left the mental asylum. I can help but feel this is trying to find anything to demonize the man that he may have liked on his Twitter one drunken night. Thank you for that. Artemis says, I would like to know the underlying thought process that drive him to make fun of someone who sacrificed himself to save his family and why his views would even be brought into it.
Well, I didn't make fun of him, though, in those tweets. I was talking about some other things that I shouldn't have been, which we went over earlier, but I wasn't laughing at the man.
Yoshi says, as the 5th booty warrior, you are forgiven, but the next atrocity will have you as you experiencing cosmic backshots, my plump Canadian maple story. I'm a warrior.
Good for you, Yoshi.
Crucibex for 10 says, Dev, when Destiny said as long as they are never capable of, though he's fine with making living humans, humping posts that are wildly underage, F Destiny deserves it from all his comments. Thank you very much.
I don't know what any of that means, but I'm not defending Destiny on this one, guys. I disagree with him.
Crimson says, it's okay. Dev looked into himself and found no wrongdoing. Thank you for that, Crimson. Antelope says, hey, Dev, it's me, your mod. We'll only critique last stream. Don't think you should ban some of the people you did. I agree, regret you were stupid, but not malicious or bad faith. Just ignorant. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right. I'll talk to you about it in the mod chat after the stream. I should probably unban some of those people. You're right.
Miles says, free speech should only be granted those who support free speech. Should they, whilst they have the right endeavor to get others banned, that right should not be extended to them. Love from Ireland. Well, hi from Ireland. Became the Knight says the true test of Dev's character isn't that he messed up. We all do that. It's he realized he messed up, admitted it, and wants to do better. Love you, Dev.
Thanks very much, man.
I'm Vacarous says, imagine watching Destiny's content. Thanks, I'm Vacarous. Kiru says, Dev, you unraked leaf. I'll forgive you because you actually apologize. You're doing better than 97% of lefties that currently see it on Twitter. Thank you for that. Mr. Tickle Trunk gifted 5 memberships. If you got one, please say thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Aaron says, in a normal voice, according to a new study, staring at female chests would make you live longer. Or so the Germans would have us believe. Had to edit for YouTube. Sad. That's funny.
Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate that.
Ada says, is there any kind of effort to preserve the Xbox 360 download-only titles? My friend and I spent a night laughing our butts off at the game, trying not to fart. I hate to think it'll be gone forever. Wait, that's a game? I have to see that. That's hilarious. Nick says, I remember there was a PSA with Pee Wee Herman.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is crack.
Yeah.
That's where the best one. Holy shit.
And we're caught up on the YouTubes.
All right. Over on Rumble, once again, we're going to do a square up on everything under 10. Mo Howard says, behind on the stream is this short, fat Tardo guy, Canadian. As a xenophobe, yes. I'm done with commie Canadians tell me anything about politics. Old School Gamer says, I don't think Destiny should have been banned. When people are allowed to speak freely, their true opinions can be shown, and we as individuals can choose to associate or not. Thanks, Old School Gamer. Appreciate that support. All right, once again, we'll get caught up on everything over on Rumble over there as well, and direct donations as well. You know what we do with this one? From Autistic Accountant says, good morning, ladies and gents. I had one very important message, Craig the Plumber, Deus Vault, to you, normal men. Thank you very much, Autistic Accountant. Appreciate that. Once again, we'll get caught up on everything under $10 another time via a super chat square up. But we appreciate everybody coming in, your patience and understanding, and allowing us to have this great conversations today. Smash! I look forward to hanging out with you next week in person when we do Side Scrollers IRL out at San Diego Comic-Con. Should be fun.
I can't believe it's already here. Like it felt like it was like so far in the distance, and now it's like it's next week. That's crazy.
If you guys would like to find the Super Chat Square Up stream, find me over on the Side Scrollers Plays channel. Yeah, there we go. We have this coming in at the last second. I don't know who this is. Dev, do you have any idea who this is?
Yeah, he is somebody who has been hating me and following me for a while. He has some legitimate criticisms, but this is a feud that goes back a little bit.
Okay. Do you mind if you pop in the show? No, we're finishing up. Sorry, but we appreciate your massive support. And thank you very much. I would say that there you go. Enjoy that double action right there for you, Almighty Lolly. We genuinely appreciate that. We don't bring people on simply because they give us a lot of money, but we do appreciate it. And thanks for supporting the show. With that said, I do suggest that if you have something to say to Dev, you say it to him and not to us. Thank you very much for your support. You guys are saying cowards. No, no. We're leaving. We're literally leaving.
We're leaving. People don't really understand this, but if you say something on YouTube, you could just like completely wreck the channel. We don't know who this person is. We're not gonna just bring a random person on who could just nuke the whole channel. That's just the way it is. It's shitty, but that's how life is.
Yes, that is the reality of it. So, like I said, if you want, I'll punch Dev some other time. It'll be great. And Testing says, still believe in Dev is in good faith. Well, listen, we had him on. We listened to him. We take a person at their words and their actions. He said, we talked about this, whatever. All right. With that said, guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure you guys go check out Smash's channel. Go check out Dev's channel. Both are in the description. Go find Blabs as well. We'll be live back at it again tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time, every Monday through Friday when we are back at it. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got to go get it. Have a great day, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.